What's good, y'all? What's going on, man? It's your big homie. Let's do it. It's time to go again. Play my little intro song. Big Bayday changed the world. What's good, y'all? What's good?
Breakaway. What is this place? This is our DMVIP.
This intro real quick. What's good, y'all? Hope everybody's doing good, man.
Let's change the world, 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 let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. Let's change the world, 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 let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. We gotta change the world. Don't know the effects they have on others when everything that we do affects our younger brothers and sisters. To me, it seems that the facts have missed us. Who will be there to reach down the hood and kiss us? Frankly, the courage they have with any to be discussed. Self-respect is a must. We need to tone down the lust, avoiding the fact that it provides a pleasant rush. But who in this world can you trust? The answer to that is yourself. Don't take what that man says off the bat. Pick that book up off the shelf. That don't mean not to trust. That means to take what he said, think about it, and then come back and discuss. Let's change the world. 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 Let's just unite. Let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. Let's change 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 the world. Let's just unite. Let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. We gotta change the world. Change up the world for the boys and the girls, because if we don't change it up, we're gonna make it in this world. We need to focus on the present and think less about the past, cause if we keep it up like this, then that's gonna be our fucking ass.
What's good, y'all? It's your big homie, man. If we keep it up like this, then that's gonna be our fucking ass, man. You gotta know which way you're coming from to get where you're going. So get on your search for knowledge, because there's power in knowing. We need to pick up more books and read them cover to cover. And after you get the information, pass it to your brother. Spread it to the whole world. If you know it ain't fake, you'll be surprised the difference in this world that one man can make. There's good and bad in everybody, but you gotta balance it out. And if we all found that, we changed the world, no doubt, man. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, man. I appreciate everybody, man. Y'all don't understand, and some of y'all do understand. If you don't, I'm very thankful, man. Now, first and foremost, I'm thankful, but at the same time, I work hard for this shit. You know, I'm very thankful, but at the same time, I work hard. This week gone so fast. It is, man. Time is flying by so fast. I work too hard for this shit, man. You know, I'm gonna say this though. I don't even think time exists like that. Time was created to control us. You know, there is a cycle, but there ain't no such thing as time like that, man. That shit was created to make a designated time for everything, like a appointed time for shit. But yeah, let's get to the fucking mosquito trying to drink my blood. Got him. Damn, the mosquito was drinking me, y'all. So yeah, man, on tonight's topic, I got a couple of things lined up, couple of videos I wanted to play, but to be honest, I had to I wasn't gonna go live, but it was a video I just seen. It's I kind of have a broad topic, but it's very much it's not broad, you know what I mean? Time connects, it's man's world. Yeah, time it's just one big cycle. It ain't no general time like that, you know. It's just how it is, y'all know. But I got a video I want to show. This video is about this dude who's exposed in this diamond trader. There's this diamond trader out in New York. He's maybe like, I don't know what type of creed he is. He's like I was thinking Italian. I don't know what he is, you know, and it doesn't matter what his creed is, but there's some type of dude. He's maybe an Arab dude or Italian dude. I don't really know, but he's a jeweler out of New York. He always makes these viral posts where he's giving out like gold bullions and giving out gold and diamonds and throwing diamonds in the street and telling people to go find it and all kind of crazy shit, right? So he's like a pretty wealthy, well-to-do jeweler, right? And I'm first and foremost, I'm not a hater. I'm not what's good while you in here? What's good, man? Well, shout out to all my people in here, man. Shout out to everybody in here and everybody who's gonna be in here, man. But so take these glasses off, man, so that circle glare can get up off of me. Anyway, I'm about to roll these damn windows up, these beetles and shit, man. Next week I'm gonna be inside. I'm not doing this next week. Next week I'll have a setup inside. But anyway, he is a jeweler, and I'm gonna show you this video. Let me show you this video. Let's go.
For anyone wondering why African leaders don't do anything about the theft of their resources or try to develop their countries, watch this video.
The kind of mineral resources we have in our country is enough to take care of everybody in that country. We should not have a single poor person in Sierra Leone. But unfortunately, we are not given the free will to make decisions on our own mineral resources. There's always Big Brother who decides. And when you fight and say, no, we are not going to do this, they use the system to stop you. It's either they set you up with the opposition and they'll be supporting the opposition against you from the back, or they cause unnecessary chaos in your country so that you are not able to even govern your own people. You have to have peace before you talk about development. I'll give you a simple example about Sierra Leone. Every mining company that is in Sierra Leone today is owned by a foreigner. Every mining company. If it's not the Chinese, it's the American, it's the British. Our electricity, Bumuda, is run by the British, and we still don't have light.
You heard that. You heard that. Sierra Leone is so wealthy that there should be no poor person. Like, the poorest person living on welfare can afford to take 2 vacations internationally a year on the government's dime. But you know who makes money off of Sierra Leone?
In a natural diamond mine right now. Here in this remote part of Sierra Leone, these guys are searching for diamond.
Yep, that's who you think it is. It is none other than our favorite blood merchant. So let me explain how this goes. What this guy and his people do, they will go to Sierra Leone, they will buy weaponry, they will threaten the president and his wife. If you don't let us loot and steal your resources, we will unalive you and your family. If that's option 1. Option 2, if you don't let us loot and steal your resources, we will find a Judas and fund a civil war. Option 3, if they cannot find a Judas, they will find a reason to come in there and start their war. And they make you sign things. They have people watching. Why can they not give a license to a local? Because if you give a license to a local, he will sell it on the market. He will use that money to develop his country. And the people of the country cannot see what the resources it can do for them. The moment they sign, they give a mining right to a local from Sierra Leone, they will get unalived or a civil war will start. I tell people, right, if we lived in a just world where Africans had power, every man in this world will be trying to bag a Congolese woman, including me. Because once you marry a Congolese woman, you are set financially for life. Even if she divorces you, the alimony and child support you're going to get off of her is enough to set you up for life. But Congo is the poorest country in the world because they are the richest country in the world. Us Africans, our leaders can have their hands tied. It is up to us to start making moves. These people exploiting us, they're not robots. They have children too. Why are our children dying so their children can ride first class?
There's no stopping. There's no ignoring. There's no bullshit. I don't have anything to fucking hide. You fucking dumb bastards. I worked hard like a fucking man, not like a roach. I don't need a PR team or to hide about anything. I got God, that sucker. What the fuck do you have, you begging bitch? Nothing. You'll know your fucking place when I'm done with you, you rat.
Then sue me. Simple. Sue me. See, you won't sue me because if you do, you know there's something called discovery process. You say you have nothing to hide. That's when everything comes out. Everyone who's paying attention to this will now go follow that docket. You will be forced to reveal information. Something as simple as the dates that you said you were invited. See, you will be forced to put that on court record. From the Sierra Leonean government, from the Botswana government, everything, you'll be forced. Your financial records, we will go through it. Believe it or not, seriously, my first cousin, the women in my family are amazing. My first cousin is a forensic accountant, literally. She's in my whole family, she's a top, I would say, it's a tie between her and my older sister, as far as the kids in our generation, as far as highest earning, it's a tie between her and my older sister. She basically, for lack of a better word, almost every bank in Nigeria uses her services.
So yeah, that was a lot, right? That was a lot. But I gotta break it down. First, I'm gonna play compelled U.S. don't force bad guys to show anything. Nah, seriously. Now I'm gonna play this first clip with.
We should not have a single purpose in it.
For anyone wondering why,
we should not have a single purpose in Sierra Leone. But unfortunately, we are not given the free will to. The kind of mineral resources we have in our country is enough to take care of everybody in that country. We should not have a single purpose in Sierra Leone. But unfortunately, we are not given the free will to make decisions on our own mineral resources. There's always Big Brother.
All right, so she said there's enough minerals in just her country, Sierra Leone alone. I mean, her state. But no, I think Sierra Leone, that would be a country or a state. I don't know if that would be a state or a country in Africa. I don't know. Sierra Leone, it's a main state, I believe. I think it's a state in Africa. But anyway, just in Sierra Leone alone, she said they have enough resources to where all the citizens could be straight. There's resources to where in that state alone to where everybody in Sierra Leone could be straight. But we're living in a world, y'all. And this is not just an African problem. This is a worldwide problem. And I'm going to explain to you why it's a problem. It's called outsourcing. If you could get a service provided in your area for, say you just need your grass cut, and the people in your area, the local grass cutters in your area, they were trying to charge $100 per hour, right? Just say it's $100 an hour. But if you outsourced and drove to the next town, right? If you outsourced and drove to the next town an hour away, you could go get some laborers, some workers who could do the same job for $25 an hour. And they're happy to do it, right? That is what we have going on all around the world. We could produce, and we always have produced everything we needed, and people are able to produce what they have and need on local levels, right? Not everything, because some certain climates can't produce certain things, right? But being that we're in this controlled open world market that we're living under, they use that shit as a way to control people. Because if you have a place that grows, see, I'm living South Carolina, down south, right? If you live in a state like South Carolina where you can grow crops really good because the sun is very hot and it's very abundant down here, like it's very humid and very hot, so the sun can grow crops and vegetables and fruits really good, right? If you're in a state like this where it's very climatic for you to grow shit, and you could just pump out just say you're growing rice, just say you're growing sweet potatoes, and just say you're growing corn. Rice, sweet potatoes, and corn. You grow that shit so easy, so good, so you just have so much of it because you're just growing abundance of it, right? Being that you have a lot of it, you got two options. Well, you got more than two options, but this is your main two options for making money off of it. You could take your crops and sell them and supply your local community. You could take your farm, your crops that you grew off your farm, and you could sell them to your locals in the local community, like a farmer's market or something like that. Or you could take those crops that you grew on your local level, and you could pack them up, freeze dry them, ship them off, store them, preserve them however you could, and ship them off to other places. You could can your corn and ship sweet corn, kernel corn cans, and ship that shit all around the world. You can dry your corn kernels out and make popcorn and sell popcorn and ship it all around the world. So now that's not a bad thing, right? Having the ability to trade and barter with other nations and regions, that's not a bad thing, because that's always how we've always had to do it. But when man got his hands on shit and started controlling everything and controlling the trade, because in America, you have to, anything you have that you get sent into America, you have to get it checked through customs. And customs is a group of people who are going to go through everything that you're trying to bring over here and deem that it's worthy of bringing through or not. So with customs, like if you order some shit from South Africa, it's got to come through customs first. And then once it goes through customs, they're going to rip it open, bust it open, check it, make sure it's good. And then it goes through, or, scan it, however they do it. I don't know if they rip it open and bust it open, but it got to go through customs. So it's got to get scanned and processed into this nation. So that already made a bottleneck of control, because if you made somebody the agency who has to check things coming into your country or the country, then that agency who is checking and bottlenecking the things that's coming in the country, aka they control the things that are coming in and out. Because if they don't want you to have this healthy elixir that could give you eternal life that's only in Bangladesh somewhere, or this root that's in Africa that'll give you extra 10 years on your life, if they don't want you to have that, they'll tell you it's not good enough to get through customs, and they'll take it, they'll stop it, they'll throw it away, they'll do whatever they do with it. Everything that comes into America gets checked and processed. And also, and I mean everything, even the illegal drugs that we use, even everything, the drugs niggas use, the fentanyl, the cocaine, the weed, the this, that, everything people do gets processed and enters America. You know, it gets screened some type of way. Now, some of that shit gets brought in illegally and through the underground market, but it still gets screened by the people who's trafficking it and processing it and bringing it in. So everything we get our hands on goes through some type of processing. You know what I mean? So being that we can't control the market, being that we don't control the flow of imports and exports, perfect example. You had, I forget what countries these were, but these America and these other countries were at this damn near political war about the Bering Straits. You know, they were trying to fight over who had control over that waterway, the Bering Strait waterway. Who remembers that? Because when they were fighting on who had control on who came through this waterway and who controlled the flow of this waterway, that is bottlenecking. That's bottlenecking the flow of imports and exports, aka controlling what goes and what comes, aka massive control. You get what I'm saying? So like the lady said, Big Brother controls everything that comes in, and people don't even get a chance to like, say if it's your great-great-great-grandfather passed you that land down, and it's your family land, and it's in y'all's family name, like righteously. They don't even gonna acknowledge that shit. De Beers or somebody, one of those diamond companies will come in and say, hey man, I'll give you $2 million US dollars if you let us come in here and mine these diamonds. And then you being from Sierra Leone, you might in your mind think $2 million is some money. You might think that's worth it. So you take that small, stupid chunk of change, and only your family it gets helped. Instead of taking those diamonds locally, dividing them up amongst the people and selling them as a nationwide, using as like a retail, like controlling the price of the retail. Because we all know every child, teenager, adolescent, and grown person and woman who finds those diamonds in Africa, they don't get a fraction of what the diamond is worth. State retains mineral rights. Look, try to buy state land, and there's always a provision that says the state retains mineral rights. See that what Shamelessly Voracious is talking about is some shit that is 20. She's like a light year ahead of me on that aspect of life. You know, like buying land, buying houses and land. I'm trying to build myself up. I'm still in my developmental years of my professional life. Hence the Real Talk, Real Shit podcast. Hence I'm building up this right here, as well as working in real life and doing what I can, but I'm building this up as a foundation for my future that I could stand on, and that hopefully could bring in some generational wealth and some wealth to my family, so I can make decisions like buying land and shit like that, man. You know, so shout out to Shamelessly V for saying that statement, man, because that is the high level that I'm trying to get to. I'm trying to get to the bureaucracy and the red tape on the damn land sales. You know, I'm trying to get to that. You know what I mean? It's still just a dream. I'm definitely not even close to seeing it happen. Okay. Well, it's all right. It's all right. We're all in this shit together. You feel what I'm saying? But either way, I'm trying my best to figure my way into some damn land and purchase and shit like that. I'm very sleepy, but let me keep breaking this down, because it's really serious.
And say, no, we are not going to do this. They use the system to stop you. It's either they set you up with the opposition, and they'll be supporting the opposition against you from the back, or they cause unnecessary chaos in your country so that you are not able to even govern your own people. You have to have peace before you talk about development.
Did you hear what she said? They'll cause chaos in your country so your people will be destabilized and not be able to build nothing. She said you have to have peace before you're able to have development, which is so true. See, the reason why most people in the hood can't get their mentality out of that gutter mentality and can't get their mind out of that low vibrational mentality is because they fucking can't think past paycheck to paycheck. They can't think past how they gonna pay their light bill. See, when you got a young girl, a young lady, a young female, because I come from the hood, not me, but I was always around. Like my family, my mom and dad raised me in a decent middle class life. You know, decent middle class life. You know, I had both my mom and my dad, so I grew up in the hood before. We've lived in the hood before, but we didn't stay in the hood. My parents always elevated and moved us out to bigger and better life situations. So if the reason why a lot of people can't get out of that hood mentality is because if you don't know how you're gonna pay your light bill, right? You don't know what you're gonna do to pay your light bill. Nobody wants to give you a job. You know, you might have a felony on your record. You might have whatever. You might be big and a big ugly man and nobody wants to hire you, you know? You might be scary looking man and nobody wants to hire you because you look intimidating and scary. You know, it's all kind of variables to why you might not get hired and you might get discriminated against, you know, financially discrimination, you know. Now, for those people who don't get accepted into society, what more can they do but think low vibrational, like committing crimes, selling drugs, prostitution, things of that nature? Because if society doesn't have, this system is set up so perfect, y'all. Listen to me. This system set up so perfect that if you can't make it in the system, there's a underground market that's set up as well, like drug market that's set up. All this shit is already set up. Hence, the prices of the drugs is already marked. The market value is already set. Cause let me explain to y'all. If shit like plants and shit like weed is sold as a drug, right, by a certain denomination, you know, weight, this amount of weight, this amount of money, this amount of weight, this amount of money, right? The market value is already set. So being that the market value was already set up and in place, that means somebody created the drug market itself. So being that we got these open legal markets like jobs and storefronts and all that type shit, barbershops, all that type shit. We have these legal fronts that we got open and all that. We also, this system, the people who set up this system also have an underground drug and illegal system set up. You know, like prostitution has a set price. Everything has a price. Let me see. Oh yes, said World War I was a war started over division of African land and resources. Exactly. It's when Britain and that other motherfucker fought over Africa. England. I think it was England and Britain. I think. I don't know. I don't know, but I know it was not Great Britain, but blame Britain. They don't let you know this. One of the Europeans didn't get his cut. No, that's exactly what it was. They split. I'm gonna show y'all the map. Let me show y'all. Images of the map that Britain and the Europeans split Africa up. Yeah, the Berlin Conference, I think it was. Yeah, man. Come on, man. Let's go. Look. So this is how they separated Africa. Let's go. I'm about to show y'all. I hope y'all are ready, man. This shit is crazy, man. Y'all, first and foremost, we've allowed some very evil people to feel like they have dominion over this planet. That's where we messed up as a nation, as a people, because nobody has dominion over the planet. They might think they do. They might have it set up to where they have hierarchies over this planet, but who has dominion over this planet? Now look what they did in Africa. This shit is so sad. Look, let me show y'all. Turn this light off so y'all can see this shit, man. Look, these motherfuckers split this shit up. And ain't a black country. Let me show y'all. So this is the picture. Let me zoom it out so you can see. Hold on. All right, so look, this is the image. These motherfuckers divided Africa, right? I'm gonna show you. Britain, France, Britain, red's Britain, blue is France. France owns a lot of it, big chunk of it. Belgium, King Leopold II. Germany owns 3/4 of Africa, good pieces of it. Ethiopia is free. Let's say that. Let's keep that. And let's let that be known. Ethiopia is free. It's the only free nation in Africa. Spain, Portugal, Britain, Germany, what did it say? Man, this is crazy. It just don't make sense. Now look, you're in the Berlin Conference. This is what I was trying to tell y'all. In the Berlin Conference, European powers divided up Africa at this conference. So from 1884 to 1885. Let's go. Let me tell y'all, these motherfuckers, let's go, man. Excuse my language. I'm trying not to cuss so much. These people in the Berlin Conference divided Africa up in 1884. They went in there and destroyed and did a bunch of dirty work and warfare to them Africans, to those wonderful people. And then let me tell you who did this, who's the culprits of this. Belgium, Britain, France, Italy, Portugal, Spain, and the little pieces of independent land. So Belgium, Britain, France, Italy, Portugal, and Spain all had their hands in the slave trade and the domination of Africa. So I don't respect none of those nations. None of them. That's my personal belief. So yeah, man. Oh man, it hurts my feelings. It hurts my heart. It hurts my soul. How these evil deities. Look at this shit. This is what you look at this shit. Come on, y'all. I'm about to show y'all. Let's go. Look at these evil devils. Hold up. Let me turn my light off so you can see these devils. Look at these evil devils sitting here splitting and dividing up Africa like they got it like that, like they really like that. Now, what they are and what they always have been is the most treacherous, evil, cutthroat, sinister, savage man on this planet. Because if you could, England too, all of them. All of them. England too. I'm from, why you in here said England too? I'm from Cameroon. Shout out to Cameroon, man. I'm from Cameroon, and it belonged to the Germans. Then it was split between France and England after the war. They was fighting over Africa. Those evil demons were fighting over African land. Boy. How are you fighting over something that ain't yours? You know why? Because while people are planning serious business, most of us are doing nothing serious at all. Let me say that again. While people are planning serious business and planning on dominating and how to take this and take that, we sitting around laughing and fucking giggling. And the joke is on us. We sitting around laughing and joking when the fucking joke is on us. Excuse my language, I'm trying not to cuss. We laughing when the joke is on us, man. Boy.
Example about Sierra Leone. Every mining company that is in Sierra Leone today is owned by a foreigner. Every mining company. If it's not the Chinese, it's the American, it's the British. Our electricity, Bumuda, is run by the British. And we still don't have light.
Look, you heard that.
Look. In Africa, almost every day, in certain places, they have blackouts. Sometimes the blackouts last a couple hours. Sometimes the blackouts last days. Sometimes the blackouts last minutes. But certain regions in Africa, they have power blackouts every day. Now, it's not because they're poor and underdeveloped. No. It's because the powers that be are keeping them in the Stone Age so they can, and they're not in the Stone Age. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. They're keeping them less developed than they could be, so their personal development won't be as good as it can be. Because Africans are some of the top geniuses and scholars on the planet Earth, and always have been and always will be. It's people in Africa who are making cars that run off of water, cars that run off of air, cars that just run and just fucking nothing, just running. And these people are, and the powers that be don't like that shit. They don't want you to know that you can make a car that runs off of water. You know, they don't want you to know, that's what, they don't want you to realize that if you think for yourself, you could be good. They don't want you to know that. Y'all hit that like button. Everybody who's in here, please hit that like button. Please. Please hit that like button so more people can see this video. That's free, man. Support the man for free. It don't cost no money, man. Don't be a hater. Hit the like button, So look, that's now that dude. I'm not gonna play no more of that. But the dude, the jeweler, his whole response was hateful and evil. He was, you rat, this and that. Guess why? Thank you for whoever hit the like button. Thank y'all so much for hitting that like button. Look, He was so evil, and his response was so evil. He called the black dude a rat. He called him a roach type shit. Well, he called him everything but the N-word. He wanted to call him an N-word. He called him broke. You ain't got nothing. See, an evil person's only comeback is, you ain't got no money. Because, see, evil people, they operate purely out of money and material. You know, see, if you have to operate out of money and material, and you don't have no moral compass or no moral values or no righteousness about you, you're going to go for anything anyway. Let me see if I can find this bullshit Bandman Kevo's bum ass said. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Yep, I can find it. Let me turn this down a little bit. Look.
Nobody who never made.
This is the mentality of a sellout right here. Let me show y'all these motherfucking grade A sellout. Bandman Kevo, a sellout from Chicago. This nigga's a fucking loser, a loser, a loser.
I'm not listening to nobody who never made a lot of money. So if my girl, right, is trying to tell me about something, right, and you're telling me about something, I'm listening to you over my girl. Like, baby, you haven't made M's. Your ass is just talking. I'm not listening to nobody who never made a lot of money. So if my girl, right, is trying to tell me about something, right, and you're telling me about something, I'm listening to you over my girl. Like, baby, you haven't made M's. Your ass is just talking. I'm not listening to nobody who never made.
And what did I put on there? What was my comment? What was my comment? I commented, spoken like a true sellout. And I'm not a hater. But guess what? Somebody got to tell this motherfucker that. Because that man just said he gonna listen to a man he don't know just because he makes money more and over his woman that he lays down with every day. See, now, you're not supposed to let your woman be run your life and let her be your, whatever she say goes. That's not what I'm saying. You have to have, as a man, you have to have a general understanding of when to go and when to fall back and what to do and what not to do. You know what I'm saying? But look, if you would trust a man just because he's able to generate money and saying that somebody, whoever it is, don't matter if you know him or not, that they're not speaking a fact based upon the fact that they don't produce a lot of money, that shows that you're insane and a sellout, because somebody speaking a fact or stating a fact has nothing to do with the amount of money they can produce. Shit, some things you might need to know might not have nothing to do with money. Some of the most important things in life are the freest things: the love, the respect, the honor, the dignity, the endurance effect. Like, it's so many things you get to learn that you need to know as a person. The tenacity, don't give up, endurance, consistency. Like, it's so many things and values, core values as a person that are more valuable than some fucking money. Because I know niggas that get money and it'll make them crash out because their money will make them want to be the true loser that they already are inside. Money's only just going to amplify your intentions. A nigga who always just wanted to be fly, he's going to get some money and buy a bunch of clothes and get fresh. A nigga who always wanted to have nice cars, he's going to get money and buy a bunch of nice cars and shit like that and do it like that. A nigga who wanted to have longevity and this and that, they're going to penny pinch all their money and generate and invest and do all kind of shit to keep flipping their money. You know what I'm saying? This world, man, is really that money shit. Now, in America, in this world, all around, you do need money. Now, you do need money. You all the way do need money. But if you value money more than life itself, you're doomed. Shit. You know, these people are pathetic. These people, these rappers, actors, and entertainers are pathetic, man. It's to the point now where, like, they don't even, yo, that whole celebrity persona image shit, that shit is fading out, man. But I don't want to talk about that. I want to stick to this. Do y'all think racism exists? Because I know it does. We know it does. I want y'all to hear this clip, man. So 1 minute, 29 seconds. Listen to what this old man thinks about black people. Oh my God. You got to hear this, yo.
People misbehave.
They do crime, they beat up everybody, do traffic violation.
Hold on.
They're lazy, just collecting money.
How do black people misbehave?
They do crime, they beat up everybody, do traffic violation. They're lazy, just collecting money from the government. Don't take care of their children. They've good singing well and playing sport well.
What makes them lazy?
In Africa, you don't have to do much.
This is not lazy and I'm lazy.
Right.
Okay, so this is lazy skin.
Yes.
You know I'm a white woman.
No, you're not right. You have the lips of black people, everything black.
Oh, what's black about me? What's my lips are black? How about my eyes and my forehead? And this I have a white woman hair. Look.
My head is such hair. It's difficult to get control of it. She many times wear a wig.
Do you like when black people wear wigs?
They have no choice. I'm all the time with black people.
Damn!
At home, I have my head.
And she's lazy.
Yes.
Have you told her that she's black and lazy?
Why I should tell her? She knows.
Is my ass like a black woman?
Yes.
So you use the word nigga.
Nick using on me. They're calling me Nick. When I'm calling them back Nick, they get upset.
Do they look like criminals to you?
Another 3 times. She labeled me.
My dad's white.
Okay, so he's half white. What do you think about that?
Still look black. The hair, color. You need a couple more generations.
To take out the blackness, to take it out, right?
Yes, if you want.
You need Jesus, my
Yeah, Jesus was Jewish.
Jesus was Jewish. How do black people misbehave?
They do crime, they beat up everybody, do traffic violation. They're lazy, just collecting money from the government. Don't take care of their children. They've good singing well and playing sport well.
What makes them lazy?
In Africa, you don't have to do much.
Look.
In Africa,
Look, right there what he said. They singing well and do sports. That reason right there is why I don't do music like that no more and why I don't play sports. Because I'm 6'4". I can play any sport I want to. I'm good at music like a motherfucker. I'm real good at music. But the reason why I don't stick to that stereotypical routine and stereotypical persona that was created for us, and the reason I choose to use my mind and be an intellect rather than an entertainer, I'd rather be an intellect than an entertainer, right? The reason why that is because they expect, the racist, evil bigots of the planet expect black people just to be nothing ass, entertaining, singing, dancing, juking and jiving ass nobodies, you know? And in the end, when you fall into these character types, instead of being a great person, developing into a great man, a great woman, if you try to be a stripper, a rapper, entertainer, athlete, if you try to fit into a specific genre of character type, of a doctor or this or that, you'll lose yourself in the process. Why you in here said you don't want to be the jester in the king's court. Big salute to that statement, man. On my soul, you do not want to be the jester in the king's court. You don't. You don't. They don't think of it like we do. Y'all think, do you think the powers that be looks and thinks Sexy Red is something more than a piece of trash? And I'm not calling her that. I would not call a black woman that. I would never disrespect a black woman that much to call them, because that is never the case. No human is a piece of trash. I'm saying these powers that be who sign these rappers, these low vibrational scum lyric producing artists and entertainers, because that's what she is. She's a low vibrational scum producing artist entertainer. She's not bad. Well, I don't know about that. She's not a piece of trash. She's just a low vibrational scum producing entertainer. That's what I'm gonna call her. Just so I won't deformate her character and disrespect her too much. But she's making very low vibrational music and very trashy type of content. Do y'all think those powers that be, even though she's worth millions of dollars or whatever she's worth, do y'all think that the powers that be respect them in any way? I know. Oh, I already know. I just you know what world this is. Politically correct. You can get canceled. You can get this. You can get that. Like, come on now. I don't want to be the dude who gets canceled because I'm
in Africa.
You know.
In Africa, you don't have to do much.
This is not lazy, and I'm lazy.
Right.
Okay, so this is lazy skin.
Now, hold on.
Yes.
He said something real. He said something real. He said something very real. He said in Africa, you don't have to do much. You know why? Do y'all know why? He said in Africa, black people don't have to do much. You know why? Because we're not supposed to do nothing. We're only supposed to till the land, take care of the land, bask in the sun, and live life. Only here in these countries like this, they use you until they use you like a battery cell and suck all your energy dry until you have none left. Only here in these countries where these companies and these corporations feel entitled to you and they feel like they own you. Only here in these Western countries we have to go through this type of treatment, you know, where you have to survive, so you have to work, you have to, like, see, other countries ain't no rent. Only in the modern westernized areas of Africa do you have to pay rent and shit like that. In certain places in Africa where you have to just own your land, however that's done. Family paying for it, whatever, I don't know. But if you own your land in certain places of Africa, you could just live like a fucking African ornament. Just stay outside all day in the sun, eating fruits and vegetables and just being healthy. You can live like that over there because you don't got to wake up at 6 p.m. and drink a cup of coffee and pop 2 pills and take a pain pill because your back's hurting from yesterday and keep going and woo, keep drinking coffee and eating coffee beans and running. You don't have to do that in those other countries, especially Africa. So he said something very real about that, because only the modern westernized areas of Africa do you even have the ability to run around like you're fucking doing something special. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm gonna work every day. I'm gonna produce these chips every day for this company. For 20 years, I produced chips and made this company billions of dollars because I produced these computer chips for them. And in turn, I just produced 1 billion computer chips and they made $1 billion. But the pimping is so strong, you got to stick around because your rent and bill cycle is in 100% circle. Look, your bill cycle is in 100% circle. Your rent is 60% of your income. Your rent is 60% of your income. Your food is 20 to 30% of your income. Your utilities are 30% of your income, or 20%. However, it breaks 60 and the rest breaks down. You only got 40% left. After you paid your living quarter bills, you got 40% budget left of your life. What you gonna do with the 40% you got left? You can't. So you got to stay in the cycle. Facts. So you got to stay in the cycle. You can't leave. Pimping. Listen, bitch, I'm gonna put you out here on this block. I'm gonna put you out here on this stroll. You know, you gotta bring me shit, $500 a day at least, man. Go out there and bring me $500 a day at least, baby. Don't come back home till you bring 500. If you bring me 500, I'll buy you some nice clothes. If you don't bring 500, you got to stay your ass out there in them cold streets till you bring my 500 a day. That's what we're going through. That's what we're going through. We're getting pimped. Your rent is all your money and your bills and this and that, and you got to come back to get some more money because your cycle don't stop. Pimping. But if you remember 2-3 years ago, don't forget the lockdown and the lockdown. Never forget the lockdown. See, some of y'all didn't get a chance to get locked down. I did. I'm a chef. They put my ass out of the game when the lockdown happened. They said, up, non-essential, sit down. When they told me to sit down, I was non-essential, I had to sit down. I literally sat down and got paid to sit down. You know what I'm saying? I was living like an African. I started growing vegetables. I started growing shit. I started living off, just as, home entertainment, learning, teaching, doing this, doing that. I just perfect. It was just all perfect. And I stayed consistent with that lifestyle. You ain't got to kill yourself to survive. You got to find something you're good at. Develop your skill. Once your skill is developed, put your skill to use and get paid for your skill. That's the key to success. And then once you put that shit to use, you never stop putting it to use. You keep going, consistency. See, what y'all what y'all might not understand about me, y'all don't understand there's a method to this madness. I'm trying to free myself. You know what I mean? And nothing you do in this world is easy, and nothing comes overnight. So if you want something, you might as well work double hard. It's the only way. See, what y'all think everything comes easy and this and that. Hell no. You think it's easy to speak motivational speeches and documentary lives every day of the week? Taking one day off every week? Y'all think that's easy? And to keep it factual and actual every day? You think that shit is easy? It's not. It's easy for me because I developed my skill. I developed my knowledge. I developed and harnessed my brain over time. You know what I mean? I just didn't come on the internet talking. See, this is the thing. Look, let me talk about these. Let me talk to these rappers real quick. Because today, rapper Serious Jones, well, it was a few days ago. It was like a couple weeks ago, a week ago. Rapper Serious Jones was dissing my boy Hassan Campbell, right? and I was watching a little bit of his live today when I was at work, brother Hassan, and I was watching the live and shit, and I was saying like, damn, you know, I fucked with Serious Jones back in the day. Like, I got a Serious Jones CD that I still play. You know, like I like Serious Jones a lot. And I still like his music. I'm not a switch sider because his beef with Hassan ain't got nothing to do with me. But at the same time, these rappers have such big egos, and they think that shit means something. And we are all witnessing the end of fame. See, whether y'all believe it or not, that fame shit and that superstar shit, that shit is dying off. Because all of them are just like us. They're not as special as y'all think they are. They're wonderful, special artists. They're great artists, great singers, good entertainers, but that shit don't really hold weight like you think it does, man. We're living in the age now where the age of the truth is coming out. Here in the very end, in the very near future, not the end, I didn't mean to say that. Here in the very future, coming up, it's only going to be about the truth. And the truth is going to be so, because look, when they start implanting brain monitors in people and start implanting the Neuralinks and shit like that inside people, they'll have full access to your thoughts, right? So there will be no lies in the future. When you're connected to a database and every thought you produce, every thought, the nasty thoughts, the good thoughts, any thought, not even the shit you say out of your mouth, that'll be recorded and sent to the database too. But every thought you're thinking will be sent to a database. And this is how those my bad, y'all. This is how those pre-crime situations are going to come about. Those things where they're able to predict crime, because if they're able to read your mind and hear your thoughts, they can hear you thinking something false, like or crazy, like they hear you thinking, I'm about to do something to this motherfucker. They'll hear that, and then if they're able to contact and see where you're at and pinpoint you like that, they can have a crew of people on you to stop a pre-crime murder and lock you up for a crime that you're about to commit. And they already have the technology. It's not nothing new. They have the technology. I've shown y'all on this channel way back in the day. But man, you gotta learn how these rappers gotta learn how to humble themselves, because what we're all witnessing is all of them are flocking over to YouTube, because I've been on YouTube for almost 6 years now, right? Building my name up, however, whatever I'm doing, trying to save and make awareness. I'm sleepy as fuck. But I've been watching these rappers who are falling off or who have fell off coming over to YouTube, making channels and shit, you know, podcasts and shit like that. So I don't hate on nobody, and you can't stop nobody from doing that and they want to do, but these rappers and entertainers are not as powerful as y'all think they are, and they're gonna soon decline. And once they do, they're gonna be humbled, and it's gonna be a weird world. Like, we're gonna come into the age of the truth. We're coming into the age of the truth where nothing matters but the truth. You're gonna be able to hear people's lines and thoughts and all that. So, hey, learn the truth, develop the truth. Only focus on being righteous and balanced and as decent as you can be, because nothing else matters on this planet. I'm trying to tell you, because there's enough evil people to where if you want to vibe like that, you go ahead. Your time will be shortened. Your lifetime will be shortened. Your evil time will be forever, but your lifetime will be shortened if you live in an evil lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to, I'm just going to leave it at that. I love y'all. It's your big homie, Big Bayday. This is the Real Talk Real Shit podcast, one of the only YouTube channels where you could come get the real deal. You know, a lot of them are good channels. You got some cute content. They doing some whatever they doing over there, but they not doing this. It's one of the only channels where you can get the real deal, man. Most of them just be in their ego and in their feelings, and I don't do that over here. Even when war is on, you'll never see me break, you know. Even when I'm going through the worst situations, y'all go back to my old videos when I was going through shit. You can see I never broke. You feel me? You don't break, y'all. Stay strong, stay firm. Knowledge is power. Each one teach one. Use your knowledge and raise your vibration up to be a better person and a better version of you. That's what this life is about. Not listening to niggas who getting a bunch of money, because the niggas who getting a bunch of money might not have no good spirit. Their destination, spiritual destination, might be hell. You don't want to be in that, you know. Get some money, and like if a person like me gets money, I'm gonna do right with the money. When I get money now, all money I ever made off this YouTube and any money I ever made, that shit goes to my children, bro. That's why I be people like me deserve whatever God got coming for me. You know why? Because he's tested me and I've shown him time and time again that I'm worthy of a blessing. You know, I'm definitely worthy of a blessing. I work hard to sustain righteousness on this planet and to sustain balance and decency on this planet, because there's a lot of people promoting evil and negativity. I'm trying to show everybody the way not to go and the way to go. This your big homie, Big Bayday. This is the Real Talk Real Shit podcast. I love y'all. I'll be back one of these days. I'm off work tomorrow, so I might not get on live. I don't know. It's your big homie, Big Bayday. Fuck with your boy. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, man. One of the best channels on YouTube. Let's go.